Hello everyone. Hi Marie. How are you today?
Hi, Simge. I'm doing great.
It's always great to see you. And today our topic is 3D Experience World, which is a very famous event organized by Solidworks for years. A couple of years ago, we changed the name to 3D Experience World from Solidworks World because, as we always say, we have too many things to give to our users, and we're supposed to have the bigger house than SolidWorks. That's why we changed the name. And as many of you might know, I was managing 3D Experience World event for last maybe 5 years. And I know about 3D Experience World event, but I don't know, as Marie know, what is 3D Experience World event for students. So that's why we are here today to talk to Marie and hear from her what is waiting for students and for educators for 3D Experience World event.
Well, thank you, Simge. I am so excited to be with you again and talking about my favorite subject, 3D Experience World, because we bring educators and students to this event. Now, for me, it's been 19 years. I've been at SolidWorks World as an educator, as an employee, as a partner, as part of the community. I have been involved in getting students there. And like you said, we have become so much more than SolidWorks. With the purchase of Dassault Systems to SolidWorks, over 20 years ago, we have so much to offer educators and students at 3D Experience World. And simply, it's an event. But unlike other events, there's a purpose. There's a purpose to bring together designers, engineers, manufacturers, educators, students, to unite them, to explore the impact of design, their future, how they're going to work in the future, and more importantly, how they're working today and what they can learn from others today.
So what we say always students, for your future, what you should do, you need to meet new people. You need to expand your borders to learn more. And I think this event is for it. So let's start with actually, Marie, tell me why they should attend to this event. Let's start from the beginning.
Okay, so why should you attend? As a student, as an educator, in my opinion, the number one reason is networking. You get to know from others with similar interests, similar passion about what is going on in this field that you have either selected to be an instructor, or you're a student and you are looking to start your career, the best career. And that is our big thing with students, is that we want to prepare them not just to learn our tools, but to prepare them for the best jobs.
But
And
which kind of, sorry to interrupt, because you just said networking and I want to catch it and ask you a question. Which kind of networking opportunities they have at the event?
okay, well, we have
But,
something. Okay, what kind of networking activities? We have something called meetups. And just for students, we have meetups by, in my opinion, some of the best people, because they are part of Dassault Systems talent acquisition area. These are the people that recruit. They recruit interns, they recruit full-time employees. Students can hear, what are we looking for? What kind of skill sets do they need to get the best jobs? And also to sit right next to someone that works at one of our customers, our commercial clients. You could be sitting right next to the engineering manager from Halliburton or Rubbermaid. This is, to me, this was really exciting. You sit down in the audience and you introduce yourself next to somebody, and it turns out that they could be hundreds of miles away, but you share something in common. The other thing with meetups is for the educator. And this is really important because educators, sometimes they're out there on their own. They don't know, well, who's like me? And I am so excited to say that our colleague, Terry Chevreau, who manages education, he is a senior director for education out of our Valisi headquarters, and a former professor himself of engineering with our tools, is going to host a meetup with our colleague Ryan to talk about where is education going for Dassault Systems, where is it today, and how can you get your students to be prepared when they leave your class or when they go off into the workforce to develop those skills.
Mm-hmm. So I think it's a great point. I want to connect with something, these meetups, because they are in person and it's always good to meet in person. Unfortunately, in the last couple of years, we had a pandemic. It was a huge thing. Now, when I look at back and I say, wow, what we just lived, interesting. Anyway, this is something else, but we had virtual events and it was
Right.
great. We had many people around the world, but now we back to in-person event. So this year 3D Experience World event, 100% will be in person.
That
And the
is
tickets
correct.
are, yes, and the tickets are like normally it's about $1,000, but for students it's free, and for
It is
educators.
free.
And for educators, we have a special price. So in this point, I want to ask you, Marie, we know, a lot of students are educators watching right now. Why does attending 3D Experience World is important for their careers? Because they will spend time traveling. They will spend, time away from their family for a couple of days. So why they should do this? Why they should come to events? How their career will be affected by this.
It is 3.5 days filled with learning and fun. So I'll go with learning because you got to justify learning just like I did to my dean, right? You got to ask your engineering dean, I'm going to go on this trip to 3D Experience World. I'm going to learn. I'm going to learn what is important to me. Let's say I teach a class in simulation or manufacturing. We have sessions by some of the best people in the industry to give you the tips, the tricks, the examples to use in your classroom. So right away, you get that knowledge. You also, as an educator, may be looking for a sabbatical, an experience with a company, or for your students, learning where should your students be looking for jobs. And also as yourself, for the educator, we offer the opportunity for them to take our certification exams, which are very important as they want to also progress in their career. We have many educators who are also user group leaders. And as an educator, you can learn what a user group is locally. Let's say if you're in Seattle or in the middle of Nebraska, in Lincoln, Nebraska, we have these user groups where educators and their students are invited, and we have many sessions at local schools. So to find out more about that, to make that industry connection, is so important for the educator.
Yes, it's great to hear. So we also have a playground. It's like a big exhibition area. We have our sponsors. We have big Dassault system booth. We have an EDU booth as well. So I wonder what is waiting for them in this EDU booth this year.
I am so excited to tell you about the EDU booth, okay? Because this EDU zone, there's a big sign that says EDU Zone. We're in Dallas. We have reached out to local teams that we sponsor, and we have student sponsorship for teams. It's on our website, solidworks.com/student sponsorship. And these teams from Southern Methodist University, that participate in Spaceport America rockets. I mean, you got rockets going up, designed in SolidWorks. We have 2 teams from the University of Texas at Dallas. The Formula SAE vehicle is going to be there, along with the AIAA Design, Build, Fly plane. So can you imagine we're bringing this plane into the EDU zone? And then from LeTourneau University, the Baja SAE vehicle is coming. And you know, Simge, they got to wash the mud off of that vehicle, but that is designed in SolidWorks too, and it's going to be there. In addition, we have some amazing influencers, and these influencers are going to be in our booth talking about how they're using the 3DEXPERIENCE platform tools in a really innovative way, how they're communicating around the world. And let's face it, today's graduates have got to be global. They have to understand how to work in a global environment. And in case you missed what we're doing with the talent acquisition team from Dassault Systems, we will have members of that team right in our educational booth for students to talk to understand about those job internships and those skill sets. I am so excited about the EDU zone.
Yes.
And it's a great place for educators just to sit down, get off their feet, have a conversation with another educator or a member of our team. And that's where some of the best experiences of 3DEXPERIENCE World happen, is just sitting, having a cup of coffee or an iced tea, because it's going to be hot.
I also heard there's some, the fun stuff in the booth, like big Jenga is coming, and I also heard about the photo booth.
Of course, you gotta have some fun things, and
Yes.
education, we do like our fun things. So come and take a photo with us, play around with the big Jenga, and right next door, okay? In case you wonder, well, is there anything else? We have an amazing manufacturing area, a shop floor, to see the latest from the Tormax and the Haas world that students are going to be facing. And we have a maker zone. So let's say you're not into the big machines in manufacturing, but 3D printing in a smaller version, and you're a more of a hobbyist. We have some creative makers to show you everything from shoes and dresses to what the furniture you can make in your dorm room.
Exactly. And after the makers, I think they just need to walk a little bit straight and turn right. What they are gonna see? They see Model Mania. So why don't you tell us what is Model Mania?
So Model Mania is the largest design competition in the world. It's been going on for 20 plus years, and it shows who is the fastest in the use of creating a model based upon a drawing and documentation that any user gets, and they are able to either use our desktop, our SolidWorks for Windows software, or our 3DEXPERIENCE Cloud app software, which runs in a browser, and you don't need a Windows-based machine. So using either one of those softwares, there's going to be a competition for you. And you don't have to worry. You could be an educator, a student. You get to participate with our commercial customers. But the good news is, Simge, as you know, our educational institutions are supported by our resellers, our value-added resellers. They use SolidWorks all the time. They have their own Model Mania contest. So you don't have to be in competition with our resellers. We have another one just for you.
Yes, it will be great. So my last question is actually not last. Let's say how they can register to events. Because I have another last question, so I want to ask this question before that.
Well, the easiest thing is you just want to go to 3dexperienceworld.com, and there's a big registration button right at the top. Again, as you said earlier, student registration is free. educator, teacher, professor, instructor, administrator, registration, you all fall under education. That is at a discounted price.
But for some educators, we might have some discount code maybe. They can, yes. I talked to the team, so we might have some codes. If you guys reach out to us, we would be happy to help you with some discounts, special to our educators. And also, Marie, the last thing I want to tell, 3 top reasons to students why they should come to this event. So I'll tell you one, I expect you tell you one, and then I'll go to the third one. So I'll start. Learning. You go ahead.
Job skills.
And networking.
There you go. And it's free. And it's free.
Yes.
I got amazing. 4. Yeah, it is. It is.
It's amazing. So we invite all the students, if you guys have a visa, valid visa, because the event will be in USA, and then you are responsible of course, your flight and your hotel, but we provide you, as Marie was saying, the free tickets to event. So please register and then enjoy with this beautiful event for your future. Do something for yourself. And Marie, thank you very much for your time again. Would you like to add anything before we say bye?
Well, Simge, I know we have a lot of students out there watching this, right? And they might not be able to come to 3D Experience World this year. How can they connect with us, with you?
If they can't come to the events, we are everywhere. Actually, we have our social media channels, and we have our 3D Experience platform, which we are planning to upload all the sessions after the event.
That's great.
If they register to the 3D Experience World platform, I assume many of the students already did it, so they can see the sessions. But I think it takes a couple of months to upload them. So that's why I suggest them to come to event and meet people and hear those lessons in person. But if you cannot, there is always a solution. And I suggest you guys to reach out to us, to education team. It's very easy. Go to social media, Instagram, LinkedIn. You will find us. And for the details, the event, as Marie just said, 3dexperienceworld.com. It's your website for the event details. And we are everywhere.
What is the Instagram tag? What do you use?
For the event?
No, for EDU.
For us, Solidworks EDU.
Solidworks EDU. Oh, that's easy to remember. Okay.
Thank you very much, Marie. So thank you everyone for watching us, and see you at our next interview. Thank you.
Take care.